Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the Daily Scan for Wednesday, August 6, 2014. It's finally getting to be fun. Okay, yesterday, factory orders and this ISM non-manufacturing index actually came in with some pretty bullish looking numbers, at least bullish for those announcements. But the market shrugged it off and sold off in the afternoon anyway. Today we have international trade at 8:30, which just probably has something to do with balance of trade, I would guess. And that's it as far as market impacting scheduled announcements. Looking at the futures across the ponds in Asia, we are 100% bearish, and I wouldn't say it's a killer bearish, but it's bearish nonetheless. But in Europe, we are killer bearish here. We are up over 1% on all exchange indexes, and some are 1 over 2%. So that's pretty interesting, I guess, right? Okay, here are futures looking pretty much what they looked like yesterday morning. Down a tad, so we may open up down. We may have a bearish day here as well. Gold is up $4.40 overnight, still well below 1,300 though. And oil is up a tad at 97.59, up 21 cents overnight. Okay, yesterday entered the Russell 2000, RUT, and SPX trades. We'll take a look at those. And it also sort of doubled down on Netflix, I guess you might say. Baidu is the only bullish trade that I have out there. I'm not so sure. That one may crash and burn. Netflix just isn't doing anything right now, but the rest of these all have negative deltas, so they are hoping that there's a downward move at least on them, and not necessarily the market overall, but definitely on those. Alright, so let's take a look at the A+ list and zip right on through without any further ado. Here is Apple. Okay, so we were looking to possibly get into Apple yesterday with a bull put, and it didn't come through for us. MACD has kept us out, and I would like to thank the MACD at this time for keeping us out of this particular trade. So what do we do? Is there anything that looks interesting here at this time? Well, no. We're only like a week and a half into this particular move here, so we're just going to like stand on the sidelines on this one and let some other higher probability trades, we'll work on those. Alright, Amazon. Amazon, we are actually for a 20 delta trade. This could be a 20 delta trade. I think I'm going to put them on the list if we get a hook down here, like we did back here. MACD though, no, I'm not going to do a 20 delta trade. MACD is approaching zero, and it's been coming up ever since this devastating earnings move here. MACD I don't know why. I don't know the components or how a MACD is calculated here, this particular line, but it's interesting that it's divergence from the actual price action. It's interesting. I'm just going to stay away from this one, I think. I'm not going to put it on any 20 delta list or anything. Let's move on. Baidu. We're looking for a move up here. It's looking pretty weak. This may be a loser. I think this is a 250 spread. Let's see, this one is 220, 222.5. Yeah, this is a 250 spread. Wouldn't be that devastating if we should not make this one, so we're just going to let it ride. And a 250 spread, it's like about $1.10, right? I would lose on that, so we're just going to let it ride. Okay, so what else? Anything? No. MACD is flagging us as looking kind of weak here. So this may be a loser, but we'll see. We're going to wait and see. Nothing I don't want to add to it at this time. Alright, Celgene. We're kind of trying to figure out what the heck is going on with Celgene. Definitely is looking. I have to see if there's something I can do with Celgene maybe today. Like I mentioned, we're just not getting the credit on this that we'd like to get. IV is at 30, which is a 35% tile for IV, which isn't too bad. Maybe it's just, let's take a look here and see how much open interest we have at the money. Seems to be enough open interest at the money. I'm just thinking about maybe next week. But even so, we would have to go 89. 89 is right here, and that would be for a normal expiration here. That has possibilities. We're getting, we have a divergence here too between the MACD. Price action and MACD are pretty much in line. I was thinking out loud here. 89 may not be too bad. Let's see what it pays. Dollar spread pays 23 cents. That probably would be okay. So let's look for Celgene to do a 20 delta on. Hopefully we can still get this credit at 89. You know what? I'm going to take a pass on that. And I'm going to consider removing Celgene from the A+ list. Let me think about that today, and I'll let you know what my decision is going to be tomorrow. Alright, Chipotle, hanging out up here. It looks like that there might be a tad bit of resistance up here around 680. And we have a MACD divergence from, probably because it was so high. I mean, 20 is pretty dang high. And now it's crashing here. This might be a gutsy play here. Just because of this MACD, I might consider a bear call here at a 20 delta. I'll throw it on the list and take a look at it today. I can't believe I'm actually putting Chipotle in for a bear call, but you can see that there were some opportunities in the past too. Alright, Costco. Looks like I was looking at something back here. Costco, we have consolidation here. Seems to be a little tad contrary to the market. At least it's holding on. But because of this consolidation, and I'm going to throw a channel up here. So channel along here. I actually have a little bit of a wedge forming here. I'll bet you we can get probably a pretty nice 20 delta bear call on this for next week's expiration. We'd probably have to go here at 120, which is way up here. That looks pretty good. Let's see what kind of credit we're talking about. 21. That's not too bad. IV of 17 in the 25 percentile. So that's going down for a 20 delta for next week. Alright, let's take a look at the Dow. Alright, here's our the morning tried to look good, but there was a huge sell-off, especially in the afternoon. It's kind of a biggie. We don't necessarily trade this puppy, but remember when Tom Sosnoff said, I think it was Friday or Monday, maybe it was Monday, he said that he would sell any rally, and here's the rally that he was talking about. And I said that would take a lot of guts to go short here, and sure enough, it would have been the right thing to do. Gold is not looking very pretty. But I would not go short gold right now. Even it's manipulated for sure, but I don't know. I'm just not. Just kind of afraid of it. Google, we're not getting any sort of entry here on them at all. But curiously enough, I would like to check. This is this MACD is looking ugly. Let's look at next week. What we could find, probably maybe 590. 590 right up here. That probably is pretty safe. What kind of premium are we talking about? This is a $2.50 spread, paying 45. So that would give us our 5-to-1 risk reward. So I'd be looking for that for a 20 delta on Google. It's going on my list, folks. LinkedIn. Still waiting. NDX. That's funny. It's telling us to jump in, though. In a weird sort of a way. At least if I was to stretch this target down here a little bit further. I don't know why it would be green here, but there's divergences all over the place. NDX. It's going on my 20 delta. If it moves down today, it looks like it's going to. It's going on my 20 delta. And let's take a look at that one. Yeah, we can look around here at 39.35. Excuse me, 39.35. That probably would be interesting. So you can tell that I am definitely stretching the rules here, and the reason being that I'm quite sure that we are in a correction mode, similar to what we had back here in March and the early part of April, or worse, who knows, but we're definitely in a correction. So I wanted to take advantage of it as much as I can. Okay, so here's Netflix, and this is what I did yesterday. I did a 20 delta here, just based on the sell-off that was going on a little bit later. And this one at, actually at 10 o'clock in the morning, I sold in the strength. And it worked out so far. So even if we'll make up a little bit here of this loss, if we end up with a total loss on this 50 delta, we'll make up most of it with this one, provided it works out. So it sort of hedged this trade, I guess you could say, but not in the other direction. That's why I'm saying I just sort of doubled down on that. So I'm not going to be doing anything more right now. Priceline, we have earnings coming up. Ain't touching it. Russell, let's take a look at what we did here. We did 3 here at 11:35. And we may add to it today. I want to put them down again on the 20 delta, and we may add to it. It showed a little bit of strength yesterday. It was fighting, but it pretty much lost out, I guess you might say. So I may add to that, maybe with next week's expiration. And then we have SPX, the one that we did yesterday was here at 1945. We did 3 of those, collected $1.25 on them. Again, divergence, but may add to that with next week's expiration as well. And remember, we need to be out tomorrow. Any cash indexes that we're trading, we need to be out of them on Thursday. All right, let's move on to Tesla. A little rocket ship. We have target set down here, waiting. And last but not least is Visa. Here's our laugh line. And Visa looks like it's going for a tumble, so I'm going to put them on the 20 delta for today as well. Alrighty, well, that's it. That's the last one. Still think that we're in a correction here, so still looking like as though we might open down a tad. It's going to be fun. We're here to make money in any market condition. So, thanks a heap for watching. Have a great day, and happy trading.